Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am filming on my phone again because I am not sure how I'm going to be transferring videos. I'm not with the technical stuff right now. It's not happening. I got a new phone and I edit my videos on my phone for convenience, and it's just not working out to be able to get the videos off of the camera onto this phone for whatever reason. So I still wanted to give you, my hair's floofy. This is real life. I wanted to give you some recommendations for cozy winter reads. So let's get into it. Okay, so my first recommendation, if you haven't ever read, this is The Nutcracker. And this book is really good. I have several copies of The Nutcracker. This is like a big illustrated one, but I highly recommend reading The Nutcracker during the winter season, either with your kids or just by yourself. I love the story of the Nutcracker. Going to see the Nutcracker ballet was like huge for me as a kid. One of the first times I went to the theater as a little girl and stuck with me. Like, I love the theater, and so I definitely recommend the Nutcracker. It's really good. And next we have Chronicles of Narnia, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So this is technically not like a Christmas book, but there is wintry scenes, especially throughout the beginning of the book, and then they do have a visit from Father Christmas. So I recommend this book. It's one of my favorite series. This is not my favorite book. The Silver Chair is my favorite book for lots of reasons, but not important in this video. I do love all of the books in this series though, and this one with the wintry scenes and Lucy going through the wardrobe and it being winter and all of the beautiful like imagery from that, I feel like it's a really fun, cozy winter read, and I definitely recommend this. Okay, next one. Little House in the Big Woods. So I'm actually reading this right now, and this has a Christmas scene in it, but this book is a little bit hard to read at times just because of the hardship that they went through back in this time. Talking about these little girls, like in the beginning, like they're helping their dad load his gun for like the next day for when he goes out, because he has to shoot and get so much food for them to be able to survive the winter. And like, that's real life. Like, these girls are little. Like, Laura, I think, is 4 or 5. And she's like helping him, and he's making his own bullets. Hang on. Anyway, so yeah, like Laura is helping him make the bullets for his gun, and it's like a whole thing that they do every night because he has to have enough bullets to be able to shoot enough food to be able to get everything ready for winter. And the Christmas scene in this is really sweet. It's a little girl remembering her childhood growing up in the big woods, and she is going through their lives, and like there's, like I said, a Christmas scene. It's very cozy, it's very wintry, there's a lot of prep for winter. I will say, if you're sensitive to like back in that time stuff that they had to do, like slaughtering animals and stuff, it's not graphic at all, but they do talk about it. And it gave me a really good perspective on like, wow, that's how it was. But it's very sweet. Like, her memories are very sweet, and she loves her family, and you can tell that they are very loving towards each other and they care about each other. So, Little House in the Big Woods. The next one that I'm going to recommend is A Christmas Carol. This is by Charles Dickens. This is a classic for a reason. This is a really good book. I read it every year, or try to read it every December. And this book, you know, everybody knows pretty much the story of Ebenezer Scrooge and the visits from the 3 ghosts, Christmas, past, present, and future. And it's still good. It still holds up. It's still a really great winter read, and definitely good around the Christmas season if you celebrate Christmas, or even if you don't. I think it's still a really fun book. I think it's interesting because around that time, of course, there's this gothic ghost, you know, inspiration to that Victorian kind of England, and you definitely get that with this book. But it's really good, and I like the story. And my brother and I read it last year for a buddy read, and we were both talking about how it made us cry. It's a great classic and perfect for a cozy, you know, Christmassy read. I definitely recommend. It is pretty short, so shouldn't have a problem with getting through it. It's it's a fun read, and I think if you are looking for something that's very focused on holiday, this is a good one. Okay, now this one has nothing to do with Christmas, but this is the Snow Queen, and this is actually the omnibus version. It's 3 books. But the first one, if you're looking for the series individually, is going to be The Snow Queen, Heart of Ice. And it is by K.M. Shea. As you know, if you've been on this channel for a while, she's one of my favorite authors. This series is so good. If you like Frozen, I do not like Frozen. It's not personal. I just don't like it. I feel like this character, Raquel, as the Snow Queen, is everything I wished Elsa would have been in that series. She is powerful, but she has this thing about her where she's trying to live her life where she feels very rejected. She's been kept away from people, and it's similar to Elsa in that she has been isolated from her family, but the difference being that in this story, Raquel has been kept away by her family. They've put her in a remote area, keeping her away because they're afraid of her powers, and it's not self-inflicted like with Elsa. And I think that was the biggest thing that made me not like Elsa, is that she does so much detriment to herself by imposing this, oh, I can't be around people, I'm too dangerous. Whereas Raquel knows people are afraid of her, and she kind of accepts that they might have a reason to be afraid of her, but it still hurts her as a person. And I loved her growth as a character. I love the guy in this. His name is Farron Gradham, and he's awesome. This book is really fun, and it's this is the prequel to the Timeless Fairy Tales, but this, of course, is all set in winter in a very wonderful, there's lots of snow, there's battles with snow and ice. Of course, she is the Snow Queen, and it's perfect to read or reread around this time. So this will be my last recommendation. The Snow Queen, I recommend this series for sure. So those are all the books that I recommend you read for winter or Christmas. And I hope if you read them that you will leave me a comment, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. And if you have a book that you recommend every holiday season, or you reread every holiday season, let me know. I will check it out. I will say, I feel like there's a lot of Christmas romances. I never read those. So I'm trying to expand my horizons as far as reading Christmassy romances, but I don't know how far I get this year. So if you have one that you think is top notch, let me know. I'm not opposed. It's not a genre I explore too much. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.